Hi guys, this is Jason Williams, DO. This is the Williams Family Medicine channel, helping you to live your best life. Today I wanted to talk about flow states. Many of you will be familiar with this once I describe it, but you may not know it by the name I'm calling it. A flow state might be when you are in an activity, immersed fully, engrossed in this activity, not even so much aware of the outside surroundings, not even aware of your own pain or your own need for hunger, for example. It's common for this to occur in an activity that you are very skilled at or that you like quite a lot. Think of athletes, musicians, other skilled workers. The flow state is going to be most common if you're being challenged. This doesn't seem to be as common if you're just relaxing. So meditation by itself would not really be what would be considered a flow state, for example. I wanted to talk a little bit about the neuroscience of flow states. This is being studied because it is a topic of interest for many people nowadays. There are a couple areas of the brain that seem to be implicated as contributing to this. And there are probably many others besides what I'm going to discuss today, but one of those areas is the locus coeruleus on the pons of the brainstem. This area is responsible for the production of norepinephrine. Norepinephrine is a neurotransmitter that increases arousal and alertness. This can result in pupil dilation, increased heart rate, etc. This generally makes you more sharp and focused and improves your memory. There are a couple of other areas in your brain, the substantia nigra and the hypothalamus, and these areas are responsible for release of another neurotransmitter, dopamine. Dopamine is commonly felt to be the reward transmitter. This gives you a sense of pleasure or satisfaction with an activity that you're doing or thinking about. Dopamine has been felt to increase motivation as well. In my practice of medicine, knowing about flow states helped me to know the optimal time when to study or learn. Getting into a flow state can improve life of everyone, not just doctors. Think about an activity that you really like. Think about enjoying that activity, being involved in that activity without obvious interruption and being able to tune out the rest of the world. This is actually an important activity and can help you not only to be very creative and accomplish the tasks that you want to accomplish, but also help you to enjoy life at a deeper level. Neuroscience professors and practitioners will tell you that if you want to be in a flow state, then you actually can enhance your ability to reach flow state. One way to do so is to prepare yourself with mindful meditation. There are many different activities that involve meditation, and no, this does not have to have anything to do with Eastern religion type practices. Meditation is a way to refocus your thinking, practicing focusing on other things outside of yourself and then sometimes on yourself. Meditation can help you to train yourself to repeatedly not be distracted. When you're considering being in the flow state, this is a time when you want to get a lot of what we call deep work done, or work that requires a lot of concentration, deep thought, or focus. So it's important to pick a time when you're not likely to be distracted. Carve out a time that seems reasonable, but this needs to be a time that's protected if you want to get things done. Interruptions in activity while you're in flow state can be very destructive to the whole process. With a little bit of experimentation, you will easily be able to figure out when your best time of day is to be successful in flow state. You can try to force this all you want, but if you are a morning person and you're trying to do this at night, it's just probably not going to work. You get a feel for what your best time of day is for this deep work type of activity and to try to enter the flow state to get things done. When you're thinking about flow state, usually most people, their day has a combination of type of duties that are required. Some duties require deep thought, others are more rote and almost reflexive. You'll try to schedule your activity during those times that you have already discovered are the best, most functional for you to get work done, as in deep work or deep thought. Realize that with training, you can probably have more of these flow state type activities throughout the day. However, in listening to neuroscientists, they'll often say 1 to 2 times a day is pretty average for a skilled practitioner in this area. The optimal length of time for flow state activity can be as long as an hour and a half or 2 hours. Don't expect your flow state activity to last for 5 hours. That's just unreasonable. Obviously, if you're wanting to enhance your ability to have flow state activity, you need to completely get rid of any interruptions as much as possible. Silencing cell phone, putting your cell phone in airplane mode, putting up a do not disturb sign. So getting into a flow state can help you in your job. If you happen to have a job that requires work that can be demanding, be very focused, requiring, and intense, it can help you in your personal life if there's a certain activity that you really enjoy doing but need to focus on this activity. This can help you in many areas of life, work and personal. As a physician, I am interested in the biochemistry of how things work. I'm also interested in promoting longevity for my patients and helping them to feel better. When I talk about neurotransmitters like norepinephrine and dopamine and some of the beneficial effects that you get from these neurotransmitters, I already know that there's a good chance this is going to help my patients feel better. I also know that their longevity could increase as well. There are many other type of activities I do personally to try to leverage these neurotransmitters, and this just is another way to increase these neurotransmitters to be released. For me, I'm looking for longevity and quality of life as well. Now you've heard about flow states. I don't care if you know the definition. This may be something useful that you can use in your life to enhance your sense of well-being and longevity. If you are my patient, I hope you found this information useful. If you're not my patient, please see your own doctor for diagnosis and treatment. This is Jason Williams, DO. This is the Williams Family Medicine Channel, helping you to live your best life. Take care, guys.